Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. T&Cs apply.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You chose to hit play on this podcast today. Smart choice. Progressive loves to help people make smart choices. That's why they offer a tool called Auto Quote Explorer that allows you to compare your Progressive car insurance quote with rates from other companies. So you save time on the research and can enjoy savings when you choose the best rate for you. Give it a try after this episode at progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Bossman show, friend of the show, Jared Grasso up there in Rhode Island. Bryant Bulldogs going back to the tournament once more out of the NEC. Coach, what's up, man? How you doing up there, man?
I'm doing great. Appreciate you having me on the show.
Anytime, buddy. Let me tell you this, man. We first talked when you first got the job here. We talked for the first time, and you led out of business program. And you told me then you wanted to win championships. And look at you now. You won it. You had 4 slots in a row with Chase there, man. And talk about just the grind, the foundation you set a few years ago. You got there, man. See what it's pay off today, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a process. When we got here, my vision was to build a championship program. And, every year we took steps forward and, we're able to recruit some guys who really hard workers with some competitiveness and an edge. And this group just evolved this year. We had some struggles early on and went through some different things adversity-wise, but we kept getting better and kept growing, and group really connected late in the season. Like late January into February, we really started playing good basketball, and you could see the group growing together. And obviously, we were able to play our best basketball late and probably played our best game of the year in the championship. So really proud of this group, really proud of how far the program has come, sellout crowds, and the way the season ended is really kind of a testament to all the hard work that these young men put in and my staff has put in. And we're excited about Selection Sunday and see where we're headed.
I hear that, Coach. And you know what, man? Talk about that as well. We have gone through adversity. The human nature is kind of split. But I think you guys came close together because of the adversity, because, when we play sports, things gonna happen. It's not gonna be all peaches and cream. You might have a girlfriend break up with a guy, a family member pass away, or a bad grade in a class. Some may happen, so which causes the guy to get off his game. But I think you guys actually stayed the course, actually got closer because of the adversity, not as a human nature would be go apart.
Yeah, it's funny. Early in the season, I told my staff, I said, we're going to struggle early. Like, we're not ready. We're not right. But I knew we had enough talent, enough toughness, enough character to eventually be good. And we went through a lot of things with suspensions and injuries and sicknesses. We got shut down for COVID. And, some internal stuff. We just went through a lot, and our group needed that. And one thing we're able to buy into was just show up every day and keep working. And guys were out, guys were sick, guys were hurt. We had throughout the whole year. So it was kind of, whoever can practice today, we're going to get better today. Whoever's in the locker room before this game, we're going to go out and compete. And our guy just bought into that process of getting better every day and just locking in on the day. And I think it really helped us down the stretch because, the conference tournament, we had 3 unbelievable sellout crowds. And sometimes at this level, that ends up being like over guys' heads. They get caught up in the spectacle of it, not the basketball piece. And our guys just stayed dialed in on the basketball and being prepared each day. And I think because of that, we're able to play really well down the stretch.
Defensively, Coach, man, holding teams like holding them to what you held them to, man. Like Wagner, man, that's a great team. She does a great job there, man. Defensively, I think you guys really just defensively locked in. I saw that you all talking on defense, connectivity on defense, man. So talk about defensively, how you guys really bought in on that end of the floor to help you spur you guys to this run you on right now.
Yeah, I mean, my coaching staff did an unbelievable job scouting. Phil Martelli, who kind of handles our defense, was phenomenal. I mean, I'm blessed to have him on staff. He's a head coach and a head coach in the making. He's unbelievable. And he had our defense prepared and our guys were locked in. And we told him if we guard and rebound, we can get out in transition and do what we do offensively. We're known as an offensive team, but when we get stops, we can run. And with our personnel and kind of the firepower we have, we're pretty hard to guard in transition. So for us, it was about if we can defend and block out and rebound the ball, we're going to have success offensively. And we really did that in the tournament. We had our best defensive stretch, and we did a great job on the glass.
And Hall, man, he had 8 block shots, man. I mean, almost 10 block shots in one. Talk about his defensively cleaning up the glass for you, being it's irritant down there, man, changing shots and helping you guys get out and run there.
Yeah, I mean, he's an elite defensive player, and we missed him. He was out for 3.5 weeks, so he missed 7 games for us. And then he came back and obviously gave us a huge boost. And in the conference final game, the regular season championship, we ended up playing Wagner here. The winner of that game was going to win the regular season championship, and Hall went out in that 19-5-5. And then the championship game, he goes and has 8 blocks. And he had a knee injury that we didn't know if we were going to get him back. And he rehabbed hard. Our trainer and strength coach were unbelievable with him, got him back on the court in 3.5 weeks. And I'm so happy for him because he's been through so much injury-wise throughout his career and has been able to persevere through and is one of the elite defensive players in the country, not just our league. Like, he didn't win Defensive Player of the Year, which – I mean, again, it's coaches vote for that stuff. Peter Kiss didn't win Player of the Year, but Whole Elias is the best defensive player in our league, and Peter Kiss was the best player in our league.
Most definitely. And do you think when that tough game against Mount St. Mary's, because Dan does a great job of it down there, man, but winning that tough game gave you all kind of like freed you all in that championship against Wagner because you already played Wagner previously. So you already kind of had that close kind of watch some schematics, knowing to watch some of those guys. But beating Dan's team, that tough game, that give you like a little bit of a boost on for that championship game there against Wagner.
Yeah, you know what? I think to win a conference championship, and I think it's the same when teams go to the NCAA tournament, like you need to play in a game like at some point you're going to play in a game that's going to be difficult. Like, you're not just going through a tournament, especially in a league like ours with so much parity. You're not going through a tournament and just blowing people out by 23 times. It's not happening. And I mean, Dan does an unbelievable job, and they're a really difficult matchup for us. And they had us on the ropes. 6 minutes left, we're down 8, and we looked gassed. And our guys found a second wind, and were able to make enough plays to win down the stretch. But after winning that game that way, I felt really good going into Wagner because we've been challenged. Even in the first round, Central Connecticut's 5-point game and a half. They hung around. So we were challenged, and our guys were in pressure situations already. So I felt comfortable going to that Wagner game. Our guys were in the right place mentally, and it was good that we were challenged and good that we were pushed to the brink against Mount St. Mary's. And I think that definitely helped us prepare and have our guys' mindset right for that Wagner game.
Hey, Mitch, Peter Kiss, I mean, that guy is 10, 30-point games, man. His scoring machine. Talk about that man. And I mean, I'll tell that back to this coach. He should get more run than he's getting right now because we got 10, 30 points. Come on, man. Dude's a scorer. He's a baller, man.
Yeah, no, listen, Peter's a really gifted player, really gifted athlete, and just a tough, competitive kid. And, people see some of his theatrics on the floor, and he talks a little bit, and he's got a little swagger and a little edge, but that's what makes him who he is. Like, he needs that. He feeds off the crowd. He feeds off those things. And, him not winning Player of the Year motivated him. Like, he had a chip on his shoulder because of that. He had a chip on his shoulder because we lost in the championship game last year. So I need guys with an edge who are competitive and tough and want to compete and want to work. And the kid put so much time in since he's been here in 2 years to change his game, change his body, and grow up some. He needed to do some maturing. He's an unbelievable kid off the floor. But when you get on the floor, he's a competitor. And the kid can score the ball. He makes plays. He makes shots. And he's become a significantly better player over the last 2 years. And I'm glad he's in my foxhole. I'll take that kid out any day of the week because I know when the lights go on, he's going to compete and he wants to win.
Yeah, that's what just one coach called me. Like a guy like that is important because when you guys are maybe down, this guy's still gonna come at it, keep guys engaged, man. Because a guy like him that has an edge, keeps other guys who are not is locked in. Because when you have a guy who has that kind of moxie about him, come on, man, it's gonna make your teammates get you with the program because that kid does what he needs to do. I'm cool with him doing what he does. Hey, you see, you dropping bombs on people, man. Come on, y'all gonna talk jump up to you. So I feel like the coaches in the league should have gave him what he deserved because I mean, dude's a baller, man. I think it's messed up. He didn't win Player of the Year in your conference.
Yeah, no, listen, it is what it is. I said to the meet, at the end of the day, it's not changing his life. He was here to come and win a championship. That was his goal. He reached it. We get to go to an NCAA tournament. And him and Charles Pride, who were both first-team All-League players, their toughness and their edge kind of made our team. Now, Pete's more out there and louder and more abrasive, where Charles is just a quiet assassin. He just gets this look in his eyes and just goes out and competes. And I mean, he was unbelievable for us. When Pete was suspended for a couple games, he went and had 44 at St. Francis, PA, 32 against Mount St. Mary's championship game. He gets 13 and 17. But those two guys' competitiveness is kind of what made our team. And, in recruiting, I want to bring in guys who are like me, who want to work, want to be in the gym, want to be good, and want to compete. And those guys have those characteristics, and this team took on that personality.
And what I love, Coach, now you guys are player-led. Like when it's player-led, it's better because, you should have to be doing all the coaching in March, right? And the guys should be able to police themselves. And I think you guys are around that point where you guys now a player-led team now. You provide X's and O's, but there's player-led what we're going to get done, how we're going to approach this thing going forward.
Yeah, there's no question. And I said it, multiple times. Culture is like this word that we throw around all the time, but the culture is your players. If they're not going to compete and they're not bought into what you're doing and they're not tough and they're not nasty, then your team's not going to play that way. I can yell and scream or say all I want about this is what we want to do. If you don't have guys who are capable of doing it or guys who are willing to do it, then it doesn't matter. And this group, like you said, they could have went out. I didn't need to coach the Wagner game. They were ready to play. And I could have sat there and not coached the game and they would have been ready to compete and win that game. For multiple reasons. One, the work they put in. Like, we won that championship game in June, July, August, September, October. The work that those guys put in to improve. We didn't win that game 3 nights ago. And the second thing is they just had this edge and this. We lost a championship game at home last year. So we had that feeling still. And it's something we talked about throughout the season. It's the reason Hall Isius and Peter Kiss came back for that 6th year. They lost the championship and they felt they let an opportunity slip away and they wanted another one. And obviously they took advantage of it on Tuesday night.
That's what I tell guys all the time, Coach. Coach, you can practicing does not make you better. It's when you go come in the gym on your off day or outside of practice, which makes you better. I can see your guys putting in the work because some guys think, everybody plays hard, but you got to put in the work, the hard yards outside of those 2 hours a day that you get on the court with your coaches. That's how you get better. You don't get better just by coming to practice every day.
Yeah, no, and that's the best thing about our program right now. In my 20 years of coaching college basketball, this is the hardest working group in terms of very rarely my office overlooks the court, and very rarely is there a time when a player on my team isn't in there getting shots up, getting a workout in, or with our strength coach. And I'm talking about 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm talking about, 11 o'clock at night after the championship game. There were 5 guys. We have some transfers sitting out and some guys who are redshirting, a couple walk-ons that are in the gym working out at 11:30 at night after winning the championship. They're not back hanging out and partying. So the culture has been built by them because they want to work. I'm not making them get in there. That's their time. That's not being forced upon them. But you do that in recruiting. You need to make sure you bring in guys who are committed to it. It's really important to me. And we have guys who want to be good, so they put the time in.
I hear that, well, Coach. I'll be looking for you in that bracket, man. I know you guys will be bringing it, man. I'll be cheering for you as always, brother. You be safe, man. I'll look forward to talking to you hopefully real soon after you get to the first weekend, brother.
I appreciate you, my man. Thanks for having me. I'll talk to you soon.
It's
Breaking news, and this one is almost unbelievable.
Yeah, it's all about new customers at Bet365 because they get $150 in bonus bets when they bet $5, win or lose. And even better, bonus bets can be used on the spread, totals, and player props.
There you have it. Bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets, win or lose. And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. T&Cs apply. Available in app only.